Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are you ready for the Lancashire Hotpots virtual pub quiz? And here's your quizmaster, Dickie Ticker.
Welcome everybody. It's Monday night. It's time for the Lancashire Hotpots virtual pub quiz. I'm Dickie. I'm your quizmaster. I'm in charge of this particular chaos for this and every other Monday night. You probably want to join us. It's a really good thing that you want to do. So to do that, you're going to need four things: pen, paper, drink, nibbles. If you're playing along with us tonight, type your name in the box, who you are, where you're playing from. If there's a couple of you and you've got a team name, stick that team name in as well. And if your social network allows you to at your friends and colleagues, why not at them in now and get them to play along with you who are playing along with us while you do all that, because that might take you a wee short while. Let's talk to my friends, comrades, and just some very good people, the Lancashire Hotpots. First up, it's Bernard. Bernard, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hiya! My name's Bernard and I am from Lancashire.
Hey! Top of the shop. There he is. Great to have you on the show, Bernard.
2 thumbs up this week. I'm feeling particularly quizzy.
Very, very good. Well, that's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. What have you got for your drink and your nibbles tonight?
Oh, chaps. I've been going a bit posh recently, so I've come right back down to earth. I'm going to bring them out together, and I hope you enjoy them.
Oh, double reveal.
Look at those. Look at that pair of beauties. Cheesy Doritos, Carlingos.
Now, for a £1 bag of Doritos, what's your grammage on that?
Hashtag, what's the grammage? Check her out now. 70 large. 70 large.
That's not bad, that, because considering a lot of places like the Co-op, you probably pay about 80p these days for a 34-gram bag of Doritos.
Yeah, and they are good until January 21, just in case it takes you that long to get 70 grams down.
That's very good. All right, so you're in for a classic night?
Yeah. Old school, but I'm hoping reining the snacks and the nibbles in will push my quizzing forward.
I like it. Right, well, you stay tuned, Bernard, while I speak to the next hot potter along. And it's Bob. Bob, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, Dickie. It's Bob here. I am calling from my house, which is, in a way, in Lancashire.
Yay! Well, if you were to chat with the friends of real Lancashire, they would definitely say that your house is still in Lancashire.
There's a sign right round the corner from my house. I could probably walk to it in about 5 minutes. That says, Lancashire, a place where everyone matters. I think it's
true.
The border of West Lancashire, I think it is, just right there.
I've got a sign just 5 minutes from where I live that says 30 miles an hour, slow down.
And Bob, well, I don't know whether he'll need to slow down with his drink tonight because I don't know how strong it is. Bob, what's your drink and what's your nibbles?
Well, I've had a bit of a week.
Haven't you just?
So I'm going doubles in. I've got a standard punk.
Yeah,
right.
Standard punk, but I'm chasing it with a pink gin and tonic.
Whoa.
Oh, now then. There's nothing more punk than a pink gin and tonic.
No, you're my hero. You're my hero.
And for the nibbles, a bit posh. M&S.
Oh, splashing out.
M&S. It's habanero hot wings ridge cut.
Oh, now the
chilies.
3 chilies.
3.
On the grammage, here we go. 135 grams.
Wow.
That's a decent-sized portion.
But what does your retail at? How much are you paying for 135 grams?
They were a present. That's my Christmas present. That pretty much done.
And have you cracked the bag yet?
Should we crack the bag?
Crack the bag.
Hashtag crack the bag. Do that.
Let's have a sniff.
Oh, it's a bit beefy actually. Look at that. Ron, can you smell that? Can you smell it?
No.
No point. No point.
No, can't smell it.
Again, there's a lot of empty bag there to crisp ratio.
Quite
It's
full.
not empty. It's got a gas in it.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Bit of a heat. It probably tastes as though it'll probably build after a while.
What you need to do now is hashtag smash the bag.
Smash the bag, don't you worry.
That he will. Okay, cheers for that, Bob. And I'm quite looking forward to the next one because I know we've got some very good drinks and nibbles in store. It's Kenny. Kenny, what's your name and where are you calling from?
How do cockers? Kenny Buddy here, and I'm from Lancashire.
Yay! Now, I did notice on the socials that you had delivery of a box this week.
Not just one box.
Several boxes.
There was 2 boxes in the picture I posted on Twitter, and then a 3rd box arrived later that day. Well, I ain't hurting.
You've earned it.
Yeah.
So, reveal to the nation the contents of your boxes.
Right, well, they were very funky looking boxes, weren't they? Anyone who saw the tweet, and they were from Sirencraft, which is one of my other favourite breweries. They sent me an email, and there was a couple of interesting sounding beers, and I got a bit carried away. But you know, we're stuck at home, aren't we? So why not?
You're only you're forcibly stuck at home in a lot of cases.
Yeah, but I was checking the boxes, and they've sent me an extra beer as well. So I've decided that it was a sign, and that's the one I should go for this week. So I ordered 1 of these beers, and they sent me 2. So I thought, let's go with that one. And it's one that you and Bernard will probably like. It's called Let the Night In, and it's a black IPA.
Oh,
yeah. And it's 6.2%.
Fantastic.
440 millilitres, and I've decanted it into a very nice Sirencraft glass that I also got with my order.
Oh dear.
So,
yeah, in the words of Dr. Ron there, dear God.
Yeah, that's a nice black IPA. I like a good black IPA. I got a red IPA. That was the reason for the whole order, but I'll do that next week maybe.
Very good.
As long as you don't get pink eye.
And to go with your black IPA,
well, they're not by Sirencraft, but they were available on the Sirencraft website. They do a little 3-pack of these little beer nuts.
Oh.
So they do the classic, which is crunchy coated peanuts. They do jalapeno crunchy coated peanuts. And they do masala curry crunchy coated peanuts. So I've decided I'll start with the classic and just see what they're like.
Hashtag crack the can.
little foil lid.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Oh, they are coated. Yeah, they're like the little
lovely action.
Little coated. Yeah.
Ooh, crunchy.
Good crunch.
The grammage is, I believe, 45 grams in that little can.
Okay.
Yeah. Compact.
Yeah.
I like how we've started discussing grams a little bit more frequently now.
It's important.
Yes, you got to make sure you get your value for money, you see.
It's definitely become a part of Corn Snack Corner.
Corn Snack Corner. Still got a couple more Corn Snack Corners to it's still in the vault.
Corn Snack Corner.
To release. Yeah. Right, okay, you settle in with your IPAs and your nuts. KB, while we chat to the last hot potter tonight, but he's certainly not the least, it's Dr. Ron. Ron, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Dr. Ron Seal, and I'm calling from Lancashire.
Hey!
Right, what have you got to entertain your tongue with tonight?
I've spoiled myself this week. I've had a can in the fridge for 2 weeks, and it's a Brewdog OG Hazy.
Oh, yeah.
The original.
I'm going to open that now in a minute, if I can get in it. There you go. Not satisfying, but I'll pour a little bit. I'll finish pouring in a bit. My snack is 51 grams. However, it's not a corn snack-based snack.
Hang on a minute.
I've gone luxury again, and I've only gone and got myself some Reese's 3 Buttercup peanut things here. And obviously, there's one here now, and I'm just going to do it in a wanna.
Oh, you dirty.
Look at the audaciousness of that man. That's a man.
I would say that's more to be savoured, and I really enjoyed rather than wolfed down.
Well, you might savour he's got 3, so he's got to savour the other 2.
I've got 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the first. I was being brave for the first one, just for the camera. The other 2 will last me all night.
Right, well, you carry on pouring your OG hazy, Ron, while we just familiarise our audience with the rule. Don't forget, 10 questions. Each question carries the value of 1 point. So if you get 10 correct questions, you'll get 10 points. No answers, please, in the comments. Just write them down on your sheet. That's why you've got a pen and paper. So, members of the Lancashire Hotpots, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Hot Potters at home, that's you lot. Are you ready? Well, let's get quizzing. Question number 1 is music. And it's a short one this week. I want to know who plays drums for the Stone Roses. What's the name of the fella who plays the drums in the Stone Roses? Now, I can either have his full name that's on his driver's licence or his nickname. Either or.
I know at least one of those.
As long as you know one, that's when the correct answers begin.
No.
So,
I'm going to go with...
who plays the drums in the Stone Roses?
It's not Lovejoy, if you were thinking of putting that, Bernard.
Question number 2 is films, as it always is. And this week, I'm talking balls. And in the 2000 film Castaway, Tom Hanks gave the name Wilson to which type of ball? Was it A, a basketball, B, a volleyball, or C, a football?
Can I just say I wrote the answer down to that before you gave us the options?
I did too, because I had a feeling.
That was a brave move.
It's one of my favourite films of all time.
Yeah,
I'm not taking a guess because I've never seen it and I hate Tom Hanks.
Once again,
What?
playing into the hand of the Wriggles here.
You can't say you hate Tom Hanks. I'm going to say he's a national treasure. That's admittedly for another nation, but he's still a treasure.
Just not into him. Not into him.
What about
So-
that film where he was a little man and then he was a big man? Did you not enjoy that?
No. Best film he did was Dragnet. For me. No.
I carry a badge.
Have you seen Castaway? Have you watched it?
I don't want to.
How do you know you don't like it?
Because I just know now I'd want to claw my own eyes out.
You won't.
What about the one with the toys? There's a story involved.
I like that because I don't see his face.
Have you not seen The Green Mile?
Yeah, but I like that for everyone else but him. I liked it for the Kurgan.
I like Catch Me If You Can. That's one of my favourite ones.
Hey, Chatty Hotpots, do you mind if I recap the question, please?
Sorry.
Tom Hanks gave the name Wilson to which ball? A, basketball, C, volleyball. No, C, now, you look what you made me do. A, basketball, B, volleyball, C, football. Thank you.
Or D, Bobby Ball.
Volleyball.
I'd have watched that. I'd have well watched that.
Hang on a minute. You just said you liked The Green Mile for the Kurgan. Are you talking about Clancy Brown?
Yes.
You're thinking about the Shawshank Redemption then?
Oh, yeah, I am. Yeah, sorry. They're all the same. Just like all the kick things.
That's like that's a Bernard quote. Anyway, question 3 is egg, sausage, chips and beans. And this week it's beans, but bean singular because Bean Around the World was a #1 hit for Lisa Stansfield. But in what year? Was it A, 1988, B, 1989, or C, 1990?
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed because I thought you were going to say about the E17 song, but never mind.
Which one? Sorry, KB.
Didn't E17 have a similar song about around the world or something? I'll sing it, but
the world, there ain't no place
there's no place like home. Ooh, baby.
No, I'm on a Stansfield tip. Local lass.
Right, okay. Yeah.
So Bean
Just so
Around the...
everybody knows, I'm changing my answer.
All right.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
As a side question, I was thinking about this week. Was it Stansfield or Moyet who were in bands before they were solo artists?
Oh, yes, wasn't it?
No, Stansfield was in some sort of like, funky club band. Whose name might be
was
in a text. Yazoo.
Vince Clarke, yeah.
Moyet was in Yazoo, yeah.
Yeah, the Stansfield's club band wasn't really of any great notes.
Oh.
So, yeah, all around the world was a number one. But in what year? 1988, B, 1989, or C, 1990? Question number 4, bitter, lager, cider, ale and stout. And this week it's bitter, but more specifically, bitterness. Now then, IBUs are the agreed standard of just how bitter a drink is. Standing for International Bitterness Units, ladies and gentlemen. Now then, a standard pint of bitter beer will be between 24 and maybe 50 IBUs. A Pilsner will be about 24 to 44 IBUs. Now, a beer by the Carbon Smith Brewery called, and I'm going to have to censor this a little, F's Up Your S. That IPA was recently claimed to have the world's biggest IBU. But what was their self-declared IBU rating? Was it A, 600 IBUs? What?
Well, the others were 24 to 50 and 60.
Lot, isn't it? 600.
Yes.
I was wondering what the scale was like. Was 100 maximum?
Here's the scale. Well, the A, 600 IBUs. B, 1,600 IBUs.
What?
Or C, 2,600 IBUs. So someone's claiming this Carbon Smith Brewery with their strongest or bitterest ever beer. How many IBUs has it? So if a standard bitter is about 50 IBUs, what is this IBU likely to be for this beer? A, 600, B, 1,600, or C, 2,600? Very, very bitter.
Just like a few people I know.
Question number 5 is Shop Mobility Scooter, and we're still talking bonkers techno band Scooter, who obviously I absolutely love. Now, the lead singer of Scooter is H.P. Baxter. I was reading an interview for the research for this question, and apparently he likes PG Tips tea bags. But he also refers to himself under a variety of different names and pseudonyms. Which one of these isn't one of his aliases? A, Sheffield Dave, B, Techno Tony, or C, the Screaming Lord? So HB Baxter from the Scooters, yesh. He goes under a variety of names, but one of these names isn't one of his aliases. I've just made it up. Which one is it? A, Sheffield Dave, B, Techno Tony, C, the Screaming Lord. Question number 6. Everyone's going to get this because it's about the Lancashire Hotpots. Which one of these bands isn't mentioned in the song Indie Disco? A, The Ramones, B, Happy Mondays, C, Block Party. I think most people might be able to get this one. So the song Indie Disco from the 2008 album Pop Sounds features a variety of indie band names. Which one of these doesn't get named? A, The Ramones, B, Happy Mondays, or C, Block Party?
Can I just interrupt the proceedings to say that while I was pouring more crisp into my bag, I dropped a very hot crisp into my gin and tonic.
I thought you were going to say into your genitalia then. Which would have...
Yeah, there was going to be a lot of questions then, Bob.
Yeah.
Oops.
I did it again.
Well, it's don't you put Tabasco in a Bloody Mary? So you're all along those lines. Question number 7 is Wheel of the North again. And I want to know in which Lancashire town comedian John Richardson was born. There's no clues, no possibilities. You either know it or you don't. So, in which Lancashire town was John Richardson born? If you're not sure, Lancashire towns, just have a stab. Question number 8 is everyone loves a Bernard, but we don't love Bernards anymore because this week it's everyone loves a Billy. And this week it's veteran fab singer Billy Ocean.
Oh,
now, Billy Ocean, disappointingly, is a stage name.
Oh.
But what I want to know for this question is, what's his real name? Is his name A, Leslie Sebastian Charles, B, Sebastian Charles Leslie, or C, Charles Leslie Sebastian?
Oh, rubbish with names.
So, Billy Ocean, Caribbean Queen, When the Going Gets Tough, Red Light Spells... I tell you what, Red Light Spells Danger is an absolutely fantastic song. You put that on at a birthday, it's gonna the dance floor is gonna go off. So, what's his real name? A, Leslie Sebastian Charles, B, Sebastian Charles Leslie, or C, Charles Leslie Sebastian?
I thought we were going to get silly ones like William Seafront or something like that. You know what I mean? I thought that, but no, not at all.
You know, when you've written that question, Dickie, you thought that's fantastic, haven't you?
That's a good question. That's the sort of. Can I just say, in the recent Queen New Year's Honours list, the guy who's been doing these virtual quizzes, has got like an MBE, and who started quizzing a couple of days before his first quiz. So I'm not saying he directly copied off us, but maybe,
No, but actually, Dickie, we got an NBE, and we've all come together, and we've got you a GMVQ. So, so you enjoy that.
That's much better, much better.
Thank you.
Right, question 9 is TV, and in the TV comedy One Foot in the Grave, what's Victor Meldrew's wife called? Oh, how many episodes have you seen it?
All these names. Oh.
Sorry, Kenny.
Not multiple choice, this.
No, you either know it or you don't.
Oh.
Not a clue.
So, well, it's a lady's name. You can stick a lady's name down. So, in the TV comedy One Foot in the Grave, what's the name of Victor Meldrew's long-suffering wife?
I've written a classic senior lady's name down. I think I can hear him saying it. I think I can hear his voice. I don't
believe it.
No.
But if you're having trouble with names, KB, don't worry, because question number 10 is potluck. True or false? And this week, it's the following. Former Manchester United footballer Paul Ince is now a champion breeder of dachshunds, winning the Dog and Bitch Challenge Certificate at Crufts in 2016. Is that true or is that false? Former Man United footballer Paul Ince is now a champion breeder of dachshunds, winning the Dog and Bitch Challenge Certificate at Crufts in 2016. Those are your 10 questions for this very Monday night. As Bernard always says, together, let's have some half-time oranges. Let's have a drink.
Half-time oranges, yeah. Get them down, yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Just have a little look at them and see what you think. What are you drinking there, Ernie?
I'm on an Elvis juice.
Oh.
Needed. And again, classic chipsticks. Now, these are... got these from Wilkie's, 39p, or 3 for £1. And I'm not saying that I got 3 snacks at the same time, but maybe I did. So this is technically 33p. Grammage. Oh, hang on. 37 grams. So in terms of your pennies for grams, VFM.
Just if we're on crisps, I really did have an amazing bag of crisps this week that I got from Pickles in St Helens, and it was jalapeno and dill pickle, and it was amazing. They were really nice. Just the right amount of heat and tang.
What brand were they?
Oh, I can't remember the brand. I'll get you some next week.
All right, that sounds good.
The ones that they have on the side there. Near the butties.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that-
the luxury
I
ones.
know Pickles quite well.
Is that still going, Pickles Farm?
Oh, aye.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
about the pub? What about the pub opposite? Is that still going?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it?
the Brasserie Chalon.
However,
Shalom,
the Chipmunk's closed.
Sad times.
Sad times.
Sad times.
And just thinking about news, there's in the pipeline, there's something that we hope to show people very, very shortly in terms of stuff in bottles. I think we all know what we're talking about here, chaps.
Ooh.
Hopefully that'll be coming in the next 7 days or so, which is interesting. It's very, very good. And we hope to have some news to tell people. I think we all know what we're talking about.
Fingers crossed for that, yeah.
Fingers crossed. It might not be this week, what with current events, but there are entertaining and exciting things in the pipeline in Hotpot world. The HPU. What is our universe called?
Lancashire.
Well, yes. Thank you very much, Bernard. Right. Yes. So keep an eye on everything Hotpot, because it's going to heat up around here in more ways than one.
I've just had a little conversation with myself in my head, as I quite often do. If you cross your fingers, your hand looks like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you cross those two fingers, it's west side. Try and cross the other two. That's tricky, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Dickie, that's
There you go.
okay. B's on it.
Can you do
I
that?
can't do the middle two.
Can you do
I
that?
can do that one.
Who can do this? Look at that. You do that?
Oh, yeah. I could sort
No,
it.
but-
Oh my God.
But what about this one?
Hey!
It's like people who can do the boink, but I can't do that.
I can do
I
it.
can do the boy.
Listen, I can do it.
Oh!
Talents.
Yeah.
Hey, now we.
reach the bottom of the barrel.
I think so. Well, all I can say is we don't know yet at the time of recording whether Steve Royals won Britain's Got Talent, but with these sorts of skills on display, I think next year's winner is already sorted.
Unless there's a dog.
Unless there's a dog yet. Dog always wins.
I can do an impression of a dog.
Oh, it'll set off Bob's dog. Do we have some answers?
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Question number 1 was music, and I said, who's the fella who plays the drums in the Stone Roses? Bernard.
Not a clue. I know 3 or 4 of their songs, but not their names. I've gone with Stickface or something to do with roofs.
Okay, that's fine. That's legitimate. Bob.
I think it's RENI, isn't it?
Mhm. Kenny.
Yeah, I'm not sure of his full name, but I believe it's RENI. Not sure of the spelling either.
And Ron.
Yeah, I just went, oh, Renee.
Rene. Yes, he's named himself after an indigestion tablet. It's Alan Wren or RENI.
Is it really?
It is, yes.
Because I
Question
always
number...
get confused because there's Manny and there's Rennie and
It's man, yeah. What are the chances of that? All these innies in a band. So question number 2 was films, and Ron's favourite actor, Tom Hanks, gave the name Wilson to which type of ball in Castaway? A basketball, B, a volleyball, or C, a football? Bernard.
Hi there. I wrote this down like Riggles did before the answers came up. I went volleyball.
Volleyball, Bobba Ball.
Bobby Balls.
Yes, you.
Bobby Ball says volleyball.
That's right. And Kenny Balls.
Yeah, I believe it's volleyballs.
And Ronnie Balls.
That's volleyball.
It is B, volleyball. Well done to everyone.
Off the mark. Yes.
Excellent.
I watched it just this last week, introduced my youngest daughter to it. She loved it.
Well, there you go. What are the chances of that? So question 3 was Egg, Sausage, Chips and Beans, and Been Around the World was a hit for Lisa Stansfield, the number 1. But in what year? A, 88, B, 89, C, 1990. Bernard.
Yeah, just think it's more recent than you'd think. I think it's nan.
Nan. Bob?
doesn't sound like an 80s record. I think the rhythm section does sound more kind of that kind of tambourine, Happy Mondays, kind of Manchester kind of 1990s kind of vibe.
Okay, Kenny.
See, I'm more of the opinion that it was an 80s song, but it was that kind of 80s song that was just kind of ebbing us into the 90s. So I've gone with 89. It's a bit of a con, but...
Okay, and Ron?
And this is the one I changed my answer on. I went with 90, but I changed it to 89.
And we should always follow Kenny on the 80s questions because he's right. It was on the cusp of the 80s and the 90s. It's B, 1989.
Yes. Well, I mean, I got off the mark, but... No.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, they're not getting past Kenny on his 80s knowledge.
I wasn't sure because it is one of those ones that does sound a bit 90s, isn't it?
It does. It's sort
There
of
was a few of them in the 89.
it's leaning into the 90s, is it not?
That's what kind of threw me, you see.
So question number 4 was bitter lager cider ale and stout, and we're talking bitterness, IBUs, and we were talking that specific beer brewed by Carbon Swift, which was called F's Up Your S. Again, fill in the blanks, ladies and gentlemen. But how many was it scoring on the IBU rating? A, 600, B, 1600, or C, 2600? Bernard.
People make things to make money. To make something that you can drink, it can only be maximum
700. Bob.
I didn't really have a clue, really, but I just went biggest, 2,600.
Okay, Kenny.
I did a bit of a run here and I changed my answer. I started putting B, and I'd already done 2 Bs, and it set my LCD up a little bit, thinking there can't be 3 Bs in a row. But my reasoning was Mikel do one that I think is 1,000. So I thought, well, if it's the most, Mikel do one that's at least 1,000. So maybe it's just a little bit more than that. And then I thought, nice, it's gonna be big. If you're bragging about it, it's got to be big. So I went to C in the end.
Okay.
I might regret that because, like you said, stick with your first answer, but yeah.
And finally, Ron.
Yeah, I went exactly the same as Bernard, and I went 600.
Okay, so we said that bitter beer knocks in around about 50 IBUs. This particular beer from Carbon Smith was rocking at 2,600, 2,600 IBUs.
What would
One of my
happen to your
favourites,
mouth?
Jackhammer. One of my favourites, Jackhammer, I believe, is about 200 to 300, and that's quite bitter. That's one of the reasons it's one of my favourites, to be honest. But yeah, I've had the Michela one, but yeah, that sounds pretty crazy.
Yeah,
it's like one of those things where you get above like a certain number, and it just doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, if you look on the Untapped ratings, it's about 2.7. So it obviously is very bitter, but not necessarily pleasant with it. But at least you can say you've had it. And I've never had it with question number 5, which is our scooter question. See what I did there? See what I did? I'm underselling myself. And the lead singer / rapper, the Scooter, HP Baxter, has a variety of aliases. Which one of these isn't one of his aliases? A, Sheffield Dave, B, Techno Tony, or C, the Screaming Lord? Bernard, if you were to put yourself into the mind, into the physical body of someone who's the lead singer of Scooter, who wouldn't you call yourself?
I've seen this man play at Busby's back in the early noughties. Techno Tony.
Bob?
I thought Sheffield Dave was another member of the band, actually. So I wrote Sheffield Dave, but then as I was writing that down, you said, I've just made it up, so it couldn't be another... But by that time, I just wrote it down. I couldn't bother writing anything else, so I just wrote Sheffield Dave.
Okay, Kenny?
Complete punt, went down the middle with another B.
Straight down the middle. And Ron?
I've never heard anything by this band, but my only logic for this answer was that somebody has started work with me and Dickie this week, and I think that subliminally he's put Techno Tony.
The answer, which isn't one of HP Baxter's aliases, is B, Techno Tony.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Quite an easy one for me, that, because Sheffield Dave is, you know, if you're into your scooter, you know he's there.
You know he calls himself Sheffield Dave.
Yeah, so why would he call himself Dave and then Tony? That's what I was thinking.
There you go. Question number 6 is all about everyone's favourite, the Lancashire Hotpots. Which one of these bands isn't mentioned in the song Indie Disco? A, Ramones, B, Happy Mondays, or C, Block Party? Now, Bernard has a photographic memory and can remember all the lyrics to all of the songs and all of the words in all of the lyrics. So Bernard's definitely going to get this right. B, over to you.
Thanks for that. Although I do think I've got this one in the bag. Blocky Party.
Blocky Party. Bobby Party.
Yeah, exactly the same thing, Block Party.
Kenny.
Yeah, I went Block Party as well, but I spelled it with a K instead of a C. Don't know why, you can't spell.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter phonetically. It's all the same. And Ron?
Yeah, the Tom Hanks of the indie scene, Block Party.
The correct answer is C, Block Party. Well done, chaps. Another clean sweep. Question number 7 is We Love the North. And I said Lancastrian lad John Richardson, close personal friend, now Shelby's friend. We've got a quote from him from our biog, and he can never take that away from us. He certainly can't. In which Lancashire town was he born, Bernard?
If in doubt, right question.
and you're going to say, well, it is the default Lancashire answer, is it not? Bob?
If in doubt.
I seem to just know this answer is Lancaster.
Okay, Kenny?
Yeah, I'm with Bernard. I just went with the default. Preston.
The Preston. And Ron?
Oh, wait, Bury?
Bury? Oh, you could say that Bury is in Greater Manchester, not necessarily.
Yeah, my first one was Oldham. That was the first thing that came in my head, but then I thought, well, that's not Lancashire. That's
Bobby Ball's done a good one on this one. It is Lancaster.
Oh.
I think when we worked with him not so long ago, I think I scoffed him a little bit. So
I like the way that you said that we worked with him, even though he technically only just sent us three Twitter messages. But let me just say they were very nice Twitter messages, amongst the nicest of Twitter messages I've ever had.
It was during lockdown, so we couldn't work any other way, could we? So
exactly, I'm sure, had we not been in lockdown, we would have gone for a meal with him, maybe a few drinks.
I mean, technically, we've been on 8 out of 10 cats in my mind, anyway.
In a way, yeah. In the same way that Bob's riffed on stage with Michael Palin.
Absolutely, comedy riff.
Bob was in Monty Python.
I was.
No.
I am John Cleese.
Yeah.
So question number 8 was Everyone Loves a Billy, and we're talking Billy Ocean. What's Billy Ocean's real name? A, Leslie Sebastian Charles. B, Sebastian Charles Leslie. Or C, Charles Leslie Sebastian. Bernard, which one are you plumping for?
Well, I'm plumping for the right answer. Obvious, this one. A, Leslie Charles.
Bob?
Yeah, the one that kind of rolls off the tongue the easiest I found was Leslie Sebastian Charles, but it's still just a guess.
Okay, Kenny.
Yeah, you said that many names, one after the other. They all just went into one, but A did seem to sound better on the ear, so I went A, whatever. I didn't even know what you said.
And Ron?
I went against the grain here. I went to C.
Oh, Ron's going very much against the grain because the other 3 are correct. It is A, Leslie Sebastian Charles. Billy Ocean, talking about honours as we were before, he's an MBE, born January 1950.
Services to music?
Yes, I think so. For services just to being really dead good.
Yeah.
Question number 9, TV, and in One Foot in the Grave. What's Victor Meldrew's wife called? Bernard.
Not a clue. Margaret.
Okay, Bob.
Yeah, I think I can hear him saying the name Margaret.
Oh, 2 that are along similar lines. Kenny?
Absolutely no idea, but I did also think it started with an M, but I went for Mildred.
Mildred. A good old-fashioned name. And Ron?
I went Rose.
Ooh,
that
nice.
is a good old-fashioned
name. By any other name?
I used to work with an old lady back in the 80s who was called Rose. But there's a couple of hot potters who are correct because the correct answer is Margaret.
No way.
Margaret.
No way.
Yes,
So
wait.
close.
So Bernard, you knew it and you didn't even know it.
I all I could
The
hear.
answer,
Do you know? It was. I was thinking about thingy though. You know, have you got anything a little less piratey? Margaret.
Yes.
So that voice was in my head, so I just went with that.
And our last question is our potluck question, and I said that former Man United footballer Paul Ince is now a champion breeder of Dachshunds, and he won the Dog and Bitch Challenge certificate at Crufts in 2016. Bernard, is that true or is that false?
Hold on. I've just put in an extra little bit at the bottom.
A humorous
Yeah, of course, yeah.
comedy
Yeah.
inclusion.
Yeah. Well, it's just a bit of extra information. The answer is false, because the person who's into Dachshunds is Peter Beardsley, and that's because Paul Ince shoots clay pigeons.
There's a whole narrative there that if we had time we'd go into. Bob.
I have no idea whether any of the information that Bernard's just come up with is correct. I don't know anything about soccer balls, don't know anything about dogs, but I just put true.
Okay, Kenny.
Yeah, as people might know, I am a Manchester United fan for my sins, and the class of '92 obviously hold a special place in my heart, and Paul Scholes in particular is a legendary soccer balls player. But he's a bit of a quiet one, isn't he? He doesn't really let you into his
Paul Ince.
We'll just tell you, Kenny, the question was about Paul Ince.
Now then, do you want to stick or twist? Do you want to stick or twist?
Got to stick.
I'm such a Man United fan. I've just got the wrong player.
Yeah.
So with that new information, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Original answer, please.
I can feel myself going red.
Well, not in the atmosphere of where you are at the moment, because your body can't go red. You're in the sky.
See, I just thought Bernard was going about Paul Ince just for a laugh. And I didn't even listen when you were rereading the question a minute ago.
How does he win every week and he doesn't even listen?
I was going to go with false, but now that you've said it's actually Paul Ince, I'm going to go with true.
Oh, you can't do
Oh,
Hang on a minute.
Can't do that. That's
You just said I can.
That's Nicky
All right, I'll
Dale.
go with false then. What?
no, come on, Kenny. Without any peer pressure, what are you going to go for?
If you're saying it's Paul Ince, I'm thinking that he seems like a dog person, so I'll go through with Paul Ince.
Okay.
He was certainly dogged on the football field.
Ba-boom. And lastly, Ron. No dramas here, I'm sure. Carry on.
Yeah, I went with true.
Okay. It's false. I just made all that up. Oh, sorry, Kenny.
So I could have had an extra point.
Oh, that point could be all important as well.
See, and Bob was trying to get me to stick with my original answer, and that might be the difference between a win and a loss.
It might be how exciting.
I'm just really embarrassed that I was listening. It was a Man United question, like, my shit from it.
Right, Dickie. Right, remember to bleep that out. Right, yeah, I remember that.
I'm a massive Man United fan, mate. Can't even get the players. That's names. Whatever.
Oh, well. Ladies and gentlemen, add up your scores at home and put your score in the box, and we'll see whether you got more or less than the Hotpots tonight. Bernard, I'm sure you've totaled your totalisers. Give me your scores for this evening, sir.
Chaps, I'm just dead pleased. Consistency is the key, and I'm on a good run. Another massive 6.
Another 6 on 10. Thank you very much, sir. That's not too bad at all. Bob?
Not so bad this week for me. I got a 7.
Oh, a 7 on 10, edging ahead just with that one extra point. Now, this is going to be interesting. Kenny, with losing that final question, what's your score for tonight? Oh! And Ron,
I got 5. I'm out.
5 on 10. Oh, we're on to a tiebreaker situation.
It's almost like a soccer balls match. It's just like in the last minute, everything's just turned on its head.
For the visually impaired, hold on.
You
For the
couldn't
visually
write the
impaired,
script.
for the visually impaired people at home, Kenny held up a 7.
He did, yes. So, tiebreak question.
Tension drone.
Tension drone. I want to. I could really do without the pressure of editing this. Never mind. What I want to know is what percentage of sausages are eaten as part of an evening meal. So you've got breakfast, dinner, tea. So out of those 3 meals, for your tea, based out of a percentage of 100, what percentage of sausages are eaten as part of an evening meal?
According to who?
According to whichever website I copied and pasted this from several weeks ago. There's been a survey in the UK.
UK, right? Okay.
UK.
Yeah.
UK.
So, expressed as a percentage from 1% to 100%. How many sausages are eaten as part of your evening tea time meal compared to other parts of the day? Gentlemen, have you written your answers down?
No.
Can I ask you to write your answer down, please, Bob?
Okay.
Just put 60% because that's the correct answer.
Now, that, if it was breakfast, then yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So, Kenny, as part of the evening meal, what percentage of all sausages consumed are eaten as people's teas? What do you reckon?
I reckon breakfast is going to be the leading sausage consumer. So I've just gone 25%.
Kenny has gone with 25% of sausages for tea. Bob, what is your percentage, please?
Same kind of logic as Kenny. Breakfast probably going to be higher. But I didn't go as low as him. I put 41%.
Okay, now according to this survey, 24% were eaten at breakfast.
What?
14% were eaten at lunch, leaving 61% to be part of the evening meal / tea time in the home. So 61% means that with 41%, Bob is the winner. He's the closest, and he's the winner of this week's quiz.
Well done, Bob. I feel like, isn't it?
61%
like when,
yeah,
it's like 1% more than what Bernard said, which is quite scary.
Bernard was bang on.
I feel like that time when Man United thought they'd won the league, and Sergio Aguero scored that late goal against QPR and took it away from us.
Sausages!
I know, I broke my rule. Not
always stick with the first answer. You broke the rules.
Yeah, soccer ball players go for like horses, don't they, and houses. They buy horses and houses, but never mind. I still think he seems like a bit of a dog person, but...
He's certainly dogged on the football pitch.
Right, here's the leaderboard for this week. What an absolutely wonderful week it's been, full of exciting fun. I certainly hope you've enjoyed it as half as much as we have here. Thanks very much for watching for each and every Monday. It really is the best start to the week, isn't it? I tell you what, just stay safe, have fun. We'll see you next time. Keep watching during the week because there's going to be loads of stuff. Corn Snack Corners, competitions.
Corn Snack Corner.
See you later. Ta-ra, everyone. Bye.